Hey everyone, what's up? Have you ever stopped to think about the principles that guide your life? We grow up hearing about values, morals, ethics. But what about in practice? How does this work in our everyday lives? Today, we're going to dive into a topic that's all about modern life, the Ten Commandments. Because think about it, as old as they are, these commandments talk about things we still experience today: envy, lies, greed, selfishness. So, stay tuned, because we're going to uncover the Ten Commandments together and how they can help you become a better person. Stick with me. Love God above all things. But hold on, let's not take this literally as if it were only about religion, okay? This is deeper. Think about it. These days, aren't we bombarded with a bunch of gods all the time? Money, success, fame, the perfect body, the latest cell phone? Don't these things end up becoming an obsession, like a god that people put above everything else? The first commandment invites us to question our priorities. Are we giving more importance to money, status, appearance, than to ourselves, our relationships, our mental health? It's something to think about, right? In the end, what really matters? Having a ton of followers on Instagram or having real friends? Having a fancy car in the garage or having time to enjoy family? We need to be careful not to lose ourselves along the way, chasing after things that don't bring true happiness. Second commandment coming up: you shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above or on the earth beneath or in the waters below. What's the first thing that comes to mind? A bunch of statues? Well, this is about something deeper, guys. What we're talking about here is idolatry. And no, I'm not just talking about praying to a plaster saint. We idolize a lot of things these days, right? Social media influencers, artists, famous brands. We put these figures on a pedestal and sometimes forget that they are normal people with flaws and qualities just like any of us. The second commandment is a warning for us to be discerning, not to idolize anyone, and to beware of false idols. Be critical, question things, form your own opinion. After all, you are the author of your own story. Third commandment: you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. We can interpret this commandment in a much broader way, thinking about the power of our words. Think about it. How many times have you spoken without thinking and ended up hurting someone? Or how many times have you believed fake news that spread online? We need to be responsible for what comes out of our mouths and what we share. In today's world, where everyone has a megaphone in their hands thanks to social media, words have immense power. They can build bridges or create chasms. They can spread love or spread hate. So the message here is clear. Use your words wisely. Speak the truth, be kind, think before you speak, and don't spread rumors. Be a force for good in this world. Fourth commandment: remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Who here has never totally ignored this idea? We live in such a crazy rush, right? Work, studies, family, friends, social media. But listen, resting is not a luxury, it's a necessity. If you don't take a break, a breather, your body and mind will demand it. So take the opportunity to recharge your batteries and come back strong. Fifth commandment: honor your father and your mother. Of course, respecting our parents is fundamental, but this commandment goes beyond that. It's about recognizing and valuing all those who have guided and taught us. It could be a teacher, a grandfather, a family friend. We need to remember and thank these people. In times of individualism, it's important to cultivate respect for our roots. Sixth commandment: you shall not murder. This one is straightforward, right? But do we only kill with weapons and physical violence? In the virtual world, don't we see people attacking each other, offending each other, destroying each other's reputations all the time? The internet, which should be a place for exchange and connection, often turns into a minefield where people hide behind fake profiles to spread hate and evil. Cyberbullying, hate speech, fake news, all of this causes pain, suffering, and in extreme cases can even lead to suicide. It's people killing people with words, with a click, with the coldness of someone behind a screen. We need to be aware of the weight of our words and our actions online. Let's use the internet to build, to connect, to spread good. Seventh commandment up next: you shall not commit adultery. And before you think this is just about cheating on your partner, Let's broaden this concept a bit, shall we? After all, loyalty is a value that applies to all areas of our lives, isn't it? Loyalty is about being true to your principles, to your friends, to your family, to your work, to your commitments. It's about keeping your word, being someone trustworthy, being there through good times and bad. But we live in a time when everything is so disposable, right? Relationships become fluid, superficial, and loyalty seems like a dying value. People change their minds like they change their clothes, and you never know if you can really trust anyone. If we want to build something solid, whether in love, friendship, or work, loyalty is essential. Eighth commandment, you shall not steal. Seems pretty simple, right? But what about when we're talking about stealing ideas, time, opportunities? We live in a world where competition is fierce, and people are willing to do anything to get ahead, even if it means stepping on others. How many times have you seen someone take credit for someone else's work? Or how many times have you found yourself stuck in a soul-sucking job with no time to pursue your dreams? That's a form of theft too. The eighth commandment invites us to reflect on our attitudes and act ethically in all areas of our lives. We need to respect the work of others, value people's time, and not take advantage of anyone's goodwill. Remember, success achieved through honesty and hard work tastes much sweeter. Ninth commandment, you shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. In other words, don't lie. Seems basic, right? But we live in a time when lies are disguised as information and fake news spreads at the speed of light. The internet, which should be a space for the democratization of knowledge, often becomes a courtroom where people are judged and condemned without the right to a defense. All it takes is a rumor, a gossip, a piece of fake news to destroy someone's reputation. The ninth commandment invites us to be careful what we share, to check our sources, not to spread rumors, and not to make hasty judgments. We need to be responsible with information, think before we share anything, and not contribute to the spread of lies. Be critical, question, seek the truth, and don't get carried away by the wave of misinformation. 10th and final commandment, you shall not covet. In other words, don't be envious. Who has never felt that pang of envy for their neighbor's car, the influencer's body, their friend's vacation? Envy is human, but we need to be careful. In the age of social media, where we only show our best side, we compare ourselves and want what others have. But the neighbor's grass is always greener, right? We never know what's going on behind that perfect picture. The 10th commandment invites us to focus on our own lives, to be grateful for what we have, and to pursue our dreams. Celebrate the achievements of others without envy. Happiness is loving what you have. So, guys, did you enjoy the journey through the 10 commandments? Did you see how these ancient teachings are still super relevant today and can help us live more ethical, just and happy lives? Of course, we don't have to follow everything to the letter as if it were an instruction manual. The idea is to use these commandments as a guide, a starting point for us to reflect on our actions and seek to be better people every day. So, which commandment do you find the most difficult to follow? Leave your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any content. Thanks everyone. See you next time.